The prosecution in the Robert Cromwell murder trial rested its case this afternoon. He is the Springfield man accused of killing his ex-fiancée. KZI 9 News reporter Na Nguyen was in the courtroom listening all day long to the testimony. She's live now with all the details. Na?
Matt, today was the jury's first look at what happened that November night inside the home where Casey Wright was killed. They got the chance to look at crime scene photos as well as the baseball bat used in that very murder. Now, the first to take the stand was the doctor who evaluated Cromwell in the emergency room that night, and he says that Cromwell says that he was not experiencing suicidal thoughts once at the hospital. Now, the doctor was followed by a Springfield police detective who took the stand to review crime scene photos, including the ones taken in the bedroom where Wright was killed.
Visible in this picture, if you can get close enough, is blood spatter that goes up the wall right above where her head was. It goes up a couple feet.
And it was during that time that Cromwell appeared to show his first visible reaction to what was going on in his trial, bringing his hand to cover his mouth as the courtroom looked at pictures of Wright's lifeless body in the bed they shared together not long before. Testimony from a forensic pathologist followed after the lunch hour, stating that Wright had died from blunt force trauma by homicide. Now, the detective who interviewed Cromwell that night also testified, and that interview was recorded and played back to the jury. When asked about what happened and why, Cromwell was unsure.
I found out about this other guy, and that was happening when she was still living with me, and I don't know, it just snapped.
Cromwell also agreed with the detective during questioning that he felt betrayed by Wright. The detective said at that time Cromwell didn't exhibit any signs of remorse or sadness about what happened. Now, the prosecution did wrap up its case today. The defense will pick things back up tomorrow morning, and they are arguing that Cromwell did experience extreme emotional disturbance at the time of the murder, and if the jury agrees with that, instead of life in prison, Cromwell will face 10 years in prison for manslaughter in the first degree. Live in Eugene, Na Nguyen, KZI 9 News.